Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Nemesis Paradox, aka Nemesis, and we gotta talk about this tape. There is so much to this. So I'm gonna be doing a full Raw review, and that'll be put on the channel. But this particular segment, I guess, requires a much more in-depth thing. So, on Raw, we had a reappearance from the Wyatt Sicks, as you would expect after the events of the previous Monday Night Raw, because obviously that was the debut and the reintroduction, and reintroduction to the Howdy character. So Chad Gable's there, shitting himself, but also declaring himself to be immortal. No one can kill me, and it's like, yeah, you're in trouble, lad. So, yeah, the triple threat against Bronson Reed and Braun Strowman, Big Lads Wrestling. And at the end of the match, smoke appears, somebody going absolutely bloody mental with the smoke machine, and filling the ring, and out crawls Nikki Cross under the bottom rope. And Gable legs it. Gable just fucks off, and I don't blame him, really, because he's going around saying he's invincible, and then, like, the guys who took him out last week turn up and he's like, nah, none of that for me, please. And Nikki goes over to the commentary desk and gives Michael Cole a box, like a parcel thing. And at first, Pat McAfee's not been on the show. Now, if you don't know, Pat McAfee had a bit at the end of the Pat McAfee show where the lights started going weird and there was interference and blah, blah, blah. If you followed along on social media, Howdy replied to Pat McAfee going, oh, no, it's got nothing to do with the Wyatt Sicks, that. And they're like, you lied. So it did. Clearly, or it's supposed to have anyway. And yeah, Pat McAfee is not on the show. So it leaves a few questions at first where you're like, is this going to be about, is this going to be about where Pat McAfee is? Is this going to be some sort of Seven thing where somebody's head's in it? Like, you don't know what's in this box. And then Cole opens the box, and in the box is a videotape. And that videotape just says, play me, very Jigsaw style, like the cassettes and stuff. Bless Cole, having to explaining to the audience what a VHS is. If you haven't seen this long lost relic before, this is a videotape. So weird thinking about kids not growing up having VHS and some not even having DVDs. It's mad. Anyway. So he goes like, I'll have to find a video player to find out what this is. And you're also thinking, could this be, reveal of where Pat's whereabouts are? Or is this an explanation as to, you kind of left guessing? And then during the show, Michael Cole turns around and goes, yep, we've got something to, play this. So here is what this is. I was not prepared for this. I don't think anybody was prepared for what this is, or what it was, or what it is, whatever you want to call it. This was a video of Bone talking to Uncle Howdy. Now, if you've watched my video about the theories, you'll know that I spoke about the fact that Bray was the vessel, and Husky Harris was the vessel, and Bray was one of the people, and blah, blah, blah. So I think in this case, I think they might be going with the Bo Dallas has been inhabited by Uncle Howdy, or it could also be that Uncle Howdy is a physical manifestation of his grief. So it's been said that Bray took inspiration, but put paint to canvas, I guess, made art from paint, used almost real life things to base stuff on. Jesus, did they do this? So Howdy asks Bo, how did you feel when your brother died? And that question sent, wow, yeah. That was majorly unexpected, and Bo starts talking about how it was the most painful thing he's ever experienced, how he felt like his life had fallen apart, how him and his brother got to the pinnacle together. They'd worked really hard to be able to get in the ring together and work together, and they finally got that moment and it was taken away from him. And there was another question as well where it's like, do you feel like you are exploiting his legacy? And he said he always wanted to be like his brother and work with his brother and carry on the name, I guess. I can't remember the exact wording. If anyone wants to put it in the comments, by all means do so. But yeah, this was... So a lot of people are calling this cinema. And it is. But it's more than that. Because these kind of questions are questions that we would have. But they may also be questions that he has asked himself. It's been less than a year since Bray died, and they'll still be processing grief. So this is a really open way of expressing that and processing it along with the people at home, because we are also experiencing grief. I know that people also experience grief in their own personal lives as well. So it's almost sharing that experience. And with Bo being Howdy as well, you could also say it's like he's having personal talks with himself, like we're seeing his mind. Are people saying that was cinema? I guess. But at the same time, that was way deeper, way personal, way rawer, way more emotional than that. That was more than cinema. That was a real conversation, answering people's questions. Like, is he exploiting his brother's legacy? I don't know if people have said that to him. I don't know if it's something that he's questioned himself. But it's really interesting how they've explored this. He loves Bray, and you can see how much he wants to continue his legacy. That's what the whole because that was another thing that was said in the tape, is we made them remember. They wanted to forget. It's about carrying on the legacy and not letting people forget about the work that was not only still in progress, but what had come before, and not letting that just be a memory. So it's really like, it's so much more than just cinema. This was deeply personal and really, really special. And kind of beautiful that he shared that with the world. Like I said, it said that Bray, took pain and turned it into art, and I guess Bo is doing the same with that. But there's so many different layers to this. Speaking of layers, this was also done in the Firefly Funhouse, because the camera pans back and you see the door. So one theory that's been put forward is that it's all in darkness. And Bray's character used to say that place was a safe space, or was one of Bray's safe spaces. And it's where Bray would talk to his demons. And in a way, this is Bo talking to his demon. And also the Firefly Funhouse is in darkness because Bray's gone. So Bo or Uncle Howdy or whichever sees it in darkness because Bray's not there, so the light isn't there. It's really like So there is another bit that I've not really spoken about. I filmed this after because I forgot about it. So he also mentions about they wanted to forget about us, all of us. So here's the thing as well. All the members of the Wyatt Sicks are all people who not only lost their factions but also had nothing to do after those factions kind of folded, or if they did, they kind of got forgotten about later on. So what if it's also about not forgetting them either? This is going to be something special. This is all starting to already be something special, and I genuinely cannot wait to see where this goes. But I feel like we're going to be crying by the end of it if we're not already crying together now. But yeah, that's something else. I'm struggling to process it, to be honest, because like I've said previously, Bray meant a lot to me, so that was like really heavy in a lot of ways. But the way they're doing this is very, 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 very interesting. So wherever this goes, I'm along for the ride. And I hope you guys are too, because this is gonna be something else. Right, I'm gonna get off. If you haven't watched War Review, go and watch it. If I haven't uploaded it yet, watch when it's uploaded. Right, thank you for tuning in, guys, and I will see you down the road. Laters. Bye-bye.